Welcome to my page. Here I will help you with your property journey. Property investment can be incredibly rewarding, but it's also fraught with potential pitfalls that can turn your dream of financial freedom into a costly nightmare. After years of working with investors at every level, I've seen the same mistakes repeated time and time again by newcomers to the property game. The good news is that these mistakes are entirely avoidable if you know what to look out for and take the right steps from the beginning. The first major mistake new investors make is falling in love with the wrong property. I see this constantly, people who buy properties based on emotion rather than solid financial analysis. They find a beautiful Victorian terrace or a charming cottage and imagine themselves living there, completely forgetting that successful property investment is a business, not a hobby. The property that makes your heart sing might be a financial disaster waiting to happen. Instead of buying with your heart, you need to focus ruthlessly on the numbers. Calculate your rental yield, factor in all your costs, including maintenance, insurance, and void periods, and make sure the property will generate positive cash flow from day one. Location is crucial, but it needs to be the right location for your target tenants, not necessarily the location you'd want to live in yourself. The second mistake is massively underestimating the true costs of property investment. New investors often focus solely on the purchase price and rental income, completely ignoring the dozens of additional costs that can quickly eat into their profits. Beyond the obvious mortgage payments, you need to budget for insurance, regular maintenance, emergency repairs, void periods when the property is empty, letting agent fees if you're using one, accountancy costs, and don't forget about taxes on your rental income. A property that looks profitable on paper can quickly become a money pit if you haven't properly accounted for all these expenses. Smart investors always add at least 20 to 30% on top of their estimated costs to account for unexpected expenses and void periods. The third critical mistake is choosing the wrong location or completely misunderstanding the local rental market. I've seen investors buy properties in areas they think are up and coming without doing any real research into rental demand, local employment, transport links, or the type of tenants the area attracts. You might find a bargain property in what seems like a great area, only to discover that rental demand is weak, the local economy is struggling, or the area attracts problematic tenants who will cause you endless headaches. Before buying any investment property, spend time researching the local area thoroughly. Look at rental listings to understand what tenants are looking for. Check employment statistics. Visit the area at different times of day and different days of the week, and speak to local letting agents about rental demand and typical tenant profiles. The fourth mistake new investors make is trying to do everything themselves instead of building a proper support team. Property investment might seem straightforward from the outside, but it involves multiple complex areas including law, finance, taxation, property management, and maintenance. Trying to handle everything yourself is not only incredibly time-consuming, but it also increases your risk of making costly mistakes. You need a team of reliable professionals, including a good accountant who understands property investment, a solicitor experienced in buy-to-let transactions, a mortgage broker who can access the best landlord deals, trusted tradespeople for maintenance and repairs, and possibly a letting agent if you don't want to manage tenancies yourself. Yes, these professionals cost money, but they'll save you far more than they cost by helping you avoid expensive mistakes and ensuring you're operating efficiently and legally. The fifth and perhaps most dangerous mistake is ignoring legal requirements and thinking you can cut corners on compliance. This is especially critical if you're investing in Wales, where the regulatory environment is particularly strict. New investors often focus so much on finding and buying properties that they completely overlook their legal obligations as landlords. Failing to register with Rent Smart Wales, not getting proper safety certificates, ignoring deposit protection requirements, or trying to skip property licensing can result in massive fines, legal problems, and even being banned from letting properties. These aren't optional extras or bureaucratic annoyances, they're legal requirements that you must comply with from day one. The cost of compliance is always much less than the cost of getting it wrong. The key to avoiding these mistakes is education, planning, and taking a systematic approach to property investment. Don't rush into your first purchase because you're excited about getting started. Take time to learn about the market, understand your local area, build relationships with good professionals, and make sure you have adequate reserves to handle unexpected costs and problems. Property investment can be an excellent way to build wealth, but only if you approach it as a serious business rather than a get-rich-quick scheme. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. And if you found this useful, please like it or share it with friends and family that would benefit from the content.